We are a young group from Rathbone and Gated reporting for Headliners.
I think people take drugs because there's no else to do.
Every single one in the app experienced drugs.
To begin with, life was good on drugs. They made us feel like other people. Quickly changed. We went to a dark, desperate place where I was seeing a lot of people die.
There's new drug that's over the
I heard that Pan fertiliser on Bubble Love at MCAT.
The drug Mephedrone has been in the news lately after the deaths of several young people. We wanted to find out more about it.
We went to talk to the public on the streets of Gated. What do you think about drugs?
They're a blooming disgrace to everybody.
Not very good, are they? Not very good for young people.
Even the young uns, old uns, everybody takes them.
That's a lifestyle these days, isn't it?
Very bad for you, not especially the cat and all that.
Do you think there's any drugs that are good?
Not really, not particularly.
What about cannabis for, like arthritis and all that?
Possible.
Aye.
Possible.
Cannabis, but not cat and anything, no.
They should ban the whole dealers, as far as I'm concerned.
To get a professional view on the subject, we invited along 2 workers from a drug and alcohol place.
My name's Kirsty Martin and I'm a young people's substance misuse outreach worker working for SMART in Gateshead. We're a confidential service for young people 18 and under. We work with groups of young people in schools, youth clubs, and we have one-to-one client base load.
What is Bubble Love?
Bubble Love comes in a white off-white powder. It can also be found in capsules.
Why is the government making it legal?
I think the government are looking to make it legal because there has been reported deaths through using this substance.
What do you think about MCAT?
I think MCAT's a potentially lethal substance. It's a relatively new substance, a chemically enhanced one, so we don't really know too much about it. It's a stimulant substance, so it's going to speed everything up. You're going to get heart palpitations, maybe pounding in the head. Users have reported that they have an intensive nosebleed and very sore nose. But from experiences of working, I do know that a lot of young people are taking it with serious effects.
We wanted to find out what it was like being on drugs, so Paul and Alan, who are ex-users, agreed to meet us.
I'm Alan, 32, from the West End, Newcastle. Long-term drug user.
Paul, I'm from the West End of Newcastle, I'm 38. In addiction for about 22 years. I started taking drugs about 11 at school.
I was about 12 when I first started taking drugs and alcohol.
What drugs did you use?
I started off with poppers, then alcohol, cannabis.
For myself it was alcohol first, and I'd be smoking weed.
Yeah.
And then there was acid as well.
I was just wanted acceptance from others, fitting in with people, you know, a lot of peer pressure there. There wasn't much to do in those days. I was always kind of hanging around the streets and stuff.
Progressed into other drugs, Valium, cocaine, heroin. Drugs I was using beforehand weren't working good enough for us. You know, I wanted more high, I wanted more excitement.
New drugs came out, and you know, when something new comes out, you know, I kind of want a bit of that. So, you know, it was just like a natural progression, you know, a bigger, better buzz, I suppose, and pushing things to more limits, you know.
I decided I had enough when my body couldn't take it, my body was shutting down all the time. I was constantly in hospital, in prisons, you know, I had nowhere to live. And I think I was just in a place of desperation, and it was time to stop, you know.
Over the course of this project, the government made Mephedrone illegal.
What do you think about the government banning bubble bath?
I think it's, you know, the best thing to do. It's a killer, you know. It's a good call.
I don't think it'll stop people taking it. I think it's up to us to tell people what it's like when you do take it.
Sadly, I really believe that, you know, it'll actually encourage people. I really do. You know, you start telling people they can't do something, you know, and that's you know, the reality of what happens in this situation.
The drug scene from when I was younger is getting a hell of a lot more darker and dangerous. There's a lot more people dying than ever, and it's harder to get out of addiction.
People who are using these substances are basically lab rats because they're chemically enhanced and nobody knows exactly what's in it.
You know, they're chucking everything into drugs these days just to give you that buzz, and you know, they're killing people, they really are.
I've got a granddaughter, she was on them. She's not now. She was taking ecstasy, you name it, she was taking it. And I was called out of my house one night by her mate, not run along. I could hardly feel her pulse. She was on the way out, she was going to die. But I gave her my way of kissing her, kiss her life. But they saved her life through barracks, through drugs.
So if you hadn't been in, she would have probably died.
By the time I'd reached 20, I really wanted to come off drugs and I was desperate, you know.
How did you come off the drugs?
I had to be taken out of society, away from where I live, and put in a safe place where I could find myself, because through drugs I didn't really know myself. For a long time I didn't think anything of myself. Now putting down the drugs, finding myself, knowing who I am, knowing where I'm going in my life now, I actually like myself today.
Drugs, they kill people and all. They kill people. Drugs.
Paranoid, schizophrenic. She has voices.
I'd never ever take drugs again. I took drugs to fill up the hole inside of us. I don't feel I need to do that anymore.
Never had anyone talk to us about drugs like that before, like.
Made me a bit more wiser about drugs.
Never ever take drugs after hearing like what they've said about them and stuff.
Stay away from them because it's not a good life to live, really.
So you're going to take something, no one can force you to do something.
How many more people are going to die through it?